heroes. The glorious one is here. Tonight we're waiting on Confederate Currency. Chris Hamrick, he's going to call in. Call in tonight if you want to. Let me look at the number for the humanoids. 347-945-5485. But before we get to anything, we got to come up with a little update on our man, our hero, Mr. California. What's going on, Mr. California?
What's up, man?
There you are. We were expecting you to be taking chair shots from Masato Tanaka right now, but hey, things go topsy-turvy in the world. You know?
Didn't really happen, but I had some personal problems and issues, man.
Issues. All the heroes.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'll be honest with you. I was in county jail, brother, last week, man. So.
But let's not go too honest. We know where you were. Let's not be too honest with the situation, because if you become too honest, then things get back to everybody. But we'll just say you were incapacitated last week when Chaos was on. This week you're here. You're here for the big time. You're here for the big time rival of Chaos, the Confederate Currency. Chris Hamrick himself. Chris Hamrick, are you there?
I'm here.
Did you hear our big opening for you? And we use your theme music, everything, or what we know is your theme music as you use. But there you are, and here we are. And Mr. California, we were just talking to him about Chaos. He was on last week, and here you are this week, and you were a big rival of Chaos in XPW, right?
Yeah, actually we had a big rivalry.
And if I do remember correctly, he drop kicked you, and he drop kicked you to the top of the back. You did a front flip into the concrete off the apron, if I remember. Is that right? I mean, that happened, didn't it?
Yeah, that happened.
And that had to hurt insanely, like more than almost anything ever in the history of mankind, right?
Yeah, that hurt like hell. But I finished the match.
Well, of course, that's what matters. But at the same time, I mean, you can't have too many of those in your career, or you don't have a very long career, right?
Absolutely.
And while I've got Mr. California on the line, he has a match. I don't know if you have wrestled Chaos since that incident, but he has a match lined up for you. I don't know that anyone knows about it except for me so far, but he wants you to come in to XWW in California to wrestle Chaos again, a rematch of that big match. You think you could do more? I mean, obviously that can't happen again, because that's like a fluke of nature that something like that would happen. But you think you could take Chaos this time? I mean, we talked to him last week. He says he's in great shape. He's off all the substances, mind-altering substances and whatnot, and he's in great shape. You think you got his number this time?
Oh, really? He quit doing drugs?
Apparently,
he's probably no fun now. Then.
Okay.
No. Yeah, he's probably zero charisma now.
I think Mr. California could lead you more information on that, but apparently that's what he said to us. He seemed like he was he had a lot to say. He was vocal, verbal. He he let it all hang out. It was great last week. I just wonder about that, because apparently you guys fought for that TV title in XPW a lot, and XPW is one of my favorite organizations of all time. So I just want to know, where in your career, the feud with Chaos, how did that play out as far as like top to bottom feuds that you've had?
Oh, I enjoyed it, and I'm so glad that XPW put me in a feud with Chaos, because XPW wasn't really known for its technical workers. Angel was good, but most of them were hardcore bullshit, and I'm not into that. As long as arm drags and hip tosses still get over, that's what I'll be doing. The tables, the barbed wire, and all that bullshit, that, to me, that's not wrestling. That's just, if you can do it, fine. If you can put up with it, fine, but that's just not my forte. You know.
Well, one thing. Let me ask you this. You brought up Angel, and I heard that he was probably your stiffest, toughest competition in XPW. Is that true?
Yeah, you know, he was a stiff little fucker, a little gay fag. But I remember that me and Tracy Smothers worked him in Sharp Boy, and I give Angel like a razor's edge into a pile driver off the second rope. Whoa. And shit looked like it hurt, you know. And somebody asked me, they was like, well, you know, how is that? I said, I don't care. The fucker stiffed me like 5 times in the match. Fuck him. Yeah, he's tough. He's a tough little fag.
Well, I guess maybe growing up gay, you would probably have to be a little bit tough if you want to not be a bitch, right? I mean, you got to think about it.
I guess. And he took some of the stupidest bumps I'd ever seen in my life. You know.
Oh, I agree with that. I agree. I've seen plenty, especially the Philadelphia stuff was absurd.
Yeah, he's just ridiculous. Cause like, you know, he would tell me what he was going to do for the match, and he'd be all worried and shit. And I guess he was like looking for me to support him, and I'm just looking at him like, "You're going to die. You're going to die tonight." But I'll be in there doing my arm drags and hip tosses and drop kicks, and I'll be fine. So, you know, best of luck to you there, gay boy.
Well, there you go. I mean, you know, I just wanted to hear about it because I heard the stories that guy was super tough with you, especially, you know, in matches with you. You thought he was a tough guy, and that proves it to all the people out there that don't think about Angel in that league of tougher kind of guys. You know, and so you're saying he was in the up there with the tough guys.
Absolutely.
Chaos.
Absolutely.
How would you rank, you know, him versus maybe with Chaos? Would you think they're basically tough on the same level, or was Chaos just more of a technical guy and Angel was kind of more of a tough brawler type?
Yeah. Angel was more of the hardcore tough bitch, and Chaos was more of a, you know, a technical, you know, a very, very good wrestler. I enjoyed my matches with Chaos.
And you came out okay from that when he drop kicked you and you flipped off to.
Here's the deal. I had to get back. I left right after that show. Matter of fact, I even left before New Jack tried to kill Grimes. And
right.
So I'm on the plane, and I left straight from my match, and then I went straight to the airport. And I think we had a layover in like Chicago or something, and I was asleep, and the stewardess comes. She's like, well, you can get up now. And I tried to move, and I couldn't get up for shit. And so they had to wheelchair me off the plane.
Oh, you
and I was like, yeah, that'll never happen again, ever.
Right. So, you're obviously taking a lot of care since then. Because we just talked to, you're known as High Flyin', Chris Hamrick.
Right.
But we just talked to another Southern-style wrestler, Kid Cash, a couple months ago or whatever. And he's sort of gone more towards the mat-based game himself. Is that what you've sort of done yourself ever since then? Have you just sort of gone to the mat-based, hold, wear down, beat down kind of thing?
No, I do what I have to do to get the crowd into it. I mean, I've always done that. I've always sacrificed my body to entertain the people. I do some stupid shit, and I don't. And I was talking to a guy today that just normal wrestles, and to me, normal wrestle and me just don't go together. I've never done it. I've always been the kind to where, I want to be the name that the people remember when they leave, even if they don't know who I am when they see me. When they leave, I can guarantee you they'll be talking about Chris Hamrick because I do stupid shit. And I mean, this guy's just does regular stuff, and he said that he was working on his 9th knee operation, and how I can go all those years and doing the stupid shit that I do and not be hurt is a blessing. It really is. I've never been.